Welcome back to another Throne and Liberty guide. So, you've clawed your way through the Island of Terror dungeon, and now you're staring down Kertaki, a boss designed to crush your spirit, your dreams, and possibly give you erectile dysfunction from sheer stress. The problem? After one round of Kertaki turning your group into mashed potatoes, half your team rage quit, and now you're awkwardly waiting while the party leader desperately recruits replacements. Meanwhile, you're frantically alt-tabbing, sweat dripping down your forehead, trying to find a quick Kertaki mechanics guide. Well, no worries, I've got your back. Let's get you through this so you can re-enter that fight, looking like the MVP your team doesn't deserve, but desperately needs. But enough of the dramatics. Let's talk strategy. Kertaki isn't just about brute strength. This fight is all about understanding his mechanics and staying one step ahead. With the right approach, you'll turn this flaccid nightmare into a rock-hard victory. Let's break it down, step by step. Step 1. Prepare the arena. Before the fight even starts, take a moment to mark the locations of the geysers. These will be crucial for one of Kertaki's mechanics later on, but they can be hard to spot when the arena gets covered in fog. Placing pins on each geyser ensures everyone knows where to go when it's time to clear the fog. You'll also notice blue flowers scattered around the edges of the arena. These will come into play during another phase, so it's worth taking note of their positions before the fight begins. With your arena prepped and your team aware of the plan, it's time to make sure you're ready for what's coming. Before we tackle Kertaki's attacks, let's quickly talk about blocks and dodges, because if you don't know these, you're about to have a bad time. Kertaki's mechanics will often trigger two types of block indicators. Circle indicator. This means you need to perform a stationary block. Stay still and block to absorb the damage. Diamond indicator. This one calls for a roll block, which means you need to move while blocking to mitigate the hit. If you master these two types of defensive maneuvers, you'll survive most of what Kertaki throws at you, and maybe even impress your team while you're at it. Now, let's talk about a mechanic that needs the entire team to work together. Kertaki's Fireball and Fog phase. This phase is critical for setting up the upcoming geyser mechanic, so pay close attention. Here's how it works. Kertaki shouts, "I will fry you," and targets 3 random players with blue fireballs. These fireballs leave burning zones where they land. Shortly after, Kertaki shouts, "Death by chaos," disappears, and fills the entire arena with thick fog. To clear the fog, players must step into a blue burning zone to receive a burning debuff, which lasts for a few seconds. While the debuff is active, you can run through the arena and clear as much fog as possible. The goal is to make all geysers and blue flowers visible. Once Kertaki reappears, he shouts, "I will fry you," one last time, giving players a final chance to clear any remaining fog before the next mechanic kicks in. This is your team's opportunity to ensure the arena is prepped for what's coming next. Kertaki will shout, "Try to dodge this," signaling the start of the geyser mechanic. He will then charge up a massive ground slam, sending a shockwave across the entire arena. This shockwave is lethal and will instantly kill anyone still standing on the ground. The only way to survive is by locating the bubbling geyser and standing on it. When the slam hits, the geyser will launch you into the air, safely out of range of the shockwave. Later in the fight, when Kertaki's health drops below 50%, he will perform the geyser mechanic twice in a row. After surviving the first slam, immediately locate the next bubbling geyser and prepare to repeat the process. This phase requires quick and sharp reactions to ensure everyone reaches the geyser in time. If your team can execute this mechanic properly, you'll be one step closer to taking Kertaki down. Now, let's talk about Kertaki's final mechanic, the rat transformation phase. At this point, Kertaki pulls the entire party close and transforms everyone into rats. Here's a breakdown of what's going on. Those green things circling him are fear orbs. If you hit them, you'll be feared, lose control of your character, and make it nearly impossible to dodge the next attacks. It's critical to avoid them at all costs. Next, Kertaki will try to eat you, which results in instant death. To avoid this, press the number 1 skill on your hotbar to burrow into the ground. Timing is key here. Too early or too late, and you're toast. Once Kertaki stops trying to eat players, the fear orbs will disappear. Press the number 1 skill again to emerge from the ground. Then, move as quickly as you can to the nearest blue flower. Interacting with the flower will transform you back into your normal form, just in time to block Kertaki's next attack. This phase is all about precision and timing. Master it, and you'll be fully prepared to take down this boss once and for all. Now that we've covered all of Kertaki's mechanics, it's time to put everything into action. Let's jump straight into the fight and show this boss who's in charge.
I'm starving. You. I'm starving. You find me. Try to dodge this. Dare you, Brian?
And that's a wrap. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Throne and Liberty content. Got questions or tips of your own? Drop them in the comment section below, and see you in the next video.